Everything you see in front of you is food. Some are herbivores, some are predators, and some can only eat rodents. But humans can eat all of this because we are omnivores. And each of these foods is digested differently in our bodies. Some digest slowly, some digest quickly, and some don't digest at all. And that's what today's video is all about. So here we go. Since we'll be working with acid, it's essential to wear gloves. Next, we draw 150 milliliters of distilled water into a syringe and pour it into all the beakers on the table. We also need to pour 30 milliliters of hydrochloric acid into each one. In our makeshift stomach, we add pepsin tablets one by one. Now, it has nothing to do with Pepsi. It's an enzyme found in gastric juice. In total, we've taken about 24 different items, some edible and some not at all. With the foods we regularly eat, we know what will happen. But what will happen, for example, if you swallow a sunflower seed whole? I'm not sure what will happen to it. Or, for example, a toy from a Kinder Surprise. Often, children might swallow something similar, which is why there's an age restriction even on Kinder products. Or, for instance, you can't swallow chewing gum. When I was a child, they explained that it would stay in the stomach and I would get appendicitis. Let's start with the simplest item, grass. I think it will dissolve with maximum speed. Let's take a piece of apple. Since the apple is a bit heavy, if I drop it, I might get splashed in the eye. So I'm gonna put on safety goggles and grab some scissors. In our stomachs, we've added everything we could think of. Meat, rice, chalk. And by the way, the chalk began to react very quickly and efficiently. Wow. We also threw in a Kinder toy, some clay, a nail that initially weighed 6 grams and 24 milligrams, strawberries, an egg. The egg, like the chalk, began to react very quickly with the hydrochloric acid. The shell instantly started peeling off along with its color. We also added grapes, fabric, sunflower seeds, bread, wood, sausage, toilet paper, and tinfoil. We've put the last items into our makeshift stomachs. Now all we have to do is wait and observe the results. It's been an hour and a half, and I can already see some changes. There's a visible change here with the parsley. Autumn has come, and the parsley has turned yellow, as you can see. If we compare it to the relatively fresh parsley, the difference is obvious. Anyway, let's not dwell on this and put the parsley back into the stomach. The Kinder Surprise foil has also changed visibly. Initially, as you may remember, it looked different. Now, let's touch it. The foil has softened significantly, and mostly only the paint remains, which gave it its color. So what does this mean, guys? Well, it means that you can eat foil. But honestly, I don't think you should, because it's foil. Okay, let's put these pieces back. Maybe they will completely disappear by the end of the experiment. There we go. Now, let's see what happened to the meat. It feels like the meat has hardened and lightened slightly, but there are no significant changes overall. The egg has also changed significantly. I'm no expert, but it looks like the egg has been boiled, at least partially. So know this, if you ever want to eat a partially boiled egg, you definitely shouldn't. Because if you do try to eat this egg, you will die. So we're gonna put this egg right back there. I don't see any other visual changes, except that the bread is swelled, but I feel that we would see the same change if we put it in water. So what else has happened here? Oh, there's the strawberry. The natural dye from the strawberry has started to come out, and it's clearly losing its color. In terms of texture, it hasn't changed. It's still as firm as before. The chalk seems to have completely dissolved. I don't see any more significant changes that require commenting on, so I'll see you in a few hours. All right, 2 hours have passed, and there are no more visible changes. For instance, the fabric remains the same as it was initially. I think if we dry it out, it will return to its original state. The strawberry also hasn't changed visibly. Let's see how it feels now. When I touch it, it has become much softer. From what I can tell, the egg is fully cooked. It has become harder and almost entirely white. Nothing significant has happened with the screw. It is still reacting. The wood hasn't changed either. The clay is the same. The rice is unchanged. The sausage remains the same. The empty jar into which I didn't put anything hasn't changed either. So yeah, I forgot to put an item into one of the jars. Well, that's it. So actually, nothing else seems to have changed. I believe we're going to have to check the results in about 12 hours. Since the reaction was progressing very slowly, I decided to slightly speed up the process by increasing the concentration of hydrochloric acid. So it's been about 12 hours, and in general, there have been no more visible changes. The screw has taken a very long time to react, and our makeshift gastric juice has turned yellow in this time. In terms of weight, the screw has lost 30 grams. That's quite a significant amount. Whether it's a lot or a little, it's both. 30 grams. If we had swallowed that, it wouldn't have made us any lighter. In fact, it could have made things worse. So the conclusion, definitely do not swallow screws. No matter how hard you try, they will not be digested. As for the strawberry, it's in bad shape. It has completely disintegrated. A little disturbance and it turns into mush. The strawberry has been digested. The clay looks the same as it did before. You can safely use it for crafting. As for the bread here, when you stir it, it behaves just like the strawberry. As for the sausage, nothing has happened to it. Oh wait, never mind. It's turned into pate. I want to remind you that I didn't expect everything I put into these jars to completely disappear. I just wanted to see how some foods would look after passing through the stomach, as if you had swallowed them in this form. And well, the results are obvious. And as for the gum, nothing. It's still hard and not breaking down. Just as I was told in my childhood, don't swallow gum. By the way, the gum's scent still remains, mixed with hydrochloric acid. What's happening with this meat? It's turned into a mush, even though the first stage that meat goes through is complete hardening. When we take a piece of meat, it becomes very elastic, and then when we throw it on the table, it bounces like a rubber ball. This is very strange. This is nothing like what I would have expected. Now, the strawberry and the bread gradually become softer and eventually turn into mush. The meat starts out soft, becomes hard, and then it turns into mush. The Kinder Surprise toy, absolutely nothing happened to it, which is not surprising. Even the containers storing the hydrochloric acid are made of plastic. Just like this toy. Paper! Honestly, it behaves just like it would in regular water. Wax doesn't seem to care. And the fabric is in the same situation. It just got wet. The sausage's plastic wrap, well, what about that? You know, you won't believe it, but it's actually breaking down. It has become very, very soft. And well, you can see what's happening with it. The cellophane it's made of has become much more elastic and softer. I believe that if it stayed in the solution for another 12 hours, it would completely break down. The wood has become just slightly softer, just a tiny bit. It could break down further, but it would have to soak longer for another 3 days or so, and in a more concentrated solution. The apple has changed significantly in color and has become very soft. But that's about it. The egg remains as cooked as it was initially, the rice has become slightly softer, the parsley was gone a long time ago, and that's all. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Good luck everyone, and bye for now.